Good evening. You're watching SCTV. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer, and today is the 27th of October, 2022. We are here at the Thunder Field watching Nemaha Central Thunder 8-0 record being set to take on the Pleasant Ridge Rams. They are 2-6 on the season. This is the start of the playoffs, Week 9, or the bi-district game, if you will. Nemaha Central winning their District 4 title last week against Sabetha, also taking the Big 7 title along with that. And they are the number 1 seed. Pleasant Ridge, the number 4 seed out of District 3. They're matched up here this evening. And in this, as we go into this playoff game, best team obviously will win on the night, or we hope the best team wins. We think it's us. But you win, you move on, you lose, your season comes to an end. So basically the season starts out for everybody at 0-0. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer. I'll be calling the game for you here this evening. John Howard was with us again this evening.
Glad to be here.
As always, I've got Caleb Riddenauer on the production computer and Bill Osterhaus on the camera. We have the coin toss at midfield. John will have that for you here. Nemaha Central in purple. Pleasant Ridge will be in visiting white uniforms. Actually taking them a little bit of time down there at midfield. I'm surprised they haven't figured that all out ahead of time. Usually they figured that all out ahead of time, and it's
just for show down there on the field.
Yeah, at the beginning of the game. So they must have actually done a real coin toss there, right as we played. So Pleasant Ridge has won the toss, and they actually elected to receive. So Nemaha Central will get the ball to start the second half. And looks like Pleasant Ridge will defend the north end zone. So Nemaha Central will start off on the south end. And as you just look at the field goes from left to right in front of us. It's south to north. If you're not familiar with Thunder Field, if you're a Pleasant Ridge fan tuning into our broadcast, welcome. We appreciate you listening. We'll try to call it both ways as well as we can, the names and everybody. So Nemaha Central holding on to a number 2 ranking in the state of Kansas in the K-Preps ranking, and as well as the Ketchit, Kansas. They had a number 1 ranking in Acacia Covered. Southeast of Saline is the other team that holds that number 1 rankings, and the opposite of us and number 2 opposite of us in all them rankings. So Kingman sitting at number 3. Sabetha holds down a number 4 spot. Nemaha Central defeating Sabetha last week 24-7. A great football game there for the Thunder. They had a little slow start, but they played well in the second half. Connor Dieters will kick off for the Thunder. They need a football to do such.
They've been tossing one around on the sidelines here a few times. I don't know what the... Here it comes.
The official was looking for the ball boy. He was down on the other end of the field. Two other games being played this evening on a Thursday night, along with the Nemaha Central Pleasant Ridge game. There's Cherryville and Humboldt playing each other, as well as Osage City and Riverton in the 2A classification. There's a kickoff, fielded about the 18-yard line. Into the middle of the field, a little slow on the return, a little hesitant, and quickly brought down by the Thunder. That was number 12 on the return, Cooper Byen. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. Snap to number 12. And quickly tackled, was passed to the left or the right side of the field in a screen pass, and it was quickly brought down. Cooper Byan, the quarterback for the Pleasant Ridge Rams. They're going to say a loss of 1 on the play, on the pass play.
Yeah, short pass, just nowhere to go. Wade Leonard was right there to make the tackle just as he catches the ball.
Byan takes the snap. He's going to bounce it to the left side. Now he's cut back in the middle and brought down again, probably for another 1 yard loss. A rushing play. Backs him up to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, just really nowhere for him to go. He turned around, tried to go back the other direction, and just nowhere to go on that play. Good job by Thunder defense.
Single back set, Byan back to pass. Flush throws deep and incomplete, looking for number 20. That was Josh Herndon, a sophomore, incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Nice pass. He was rushed on that pass. Right as he was trying to throw it, he got hit. Wasn't able to get it right where he needed to, but the receiver was close. So 4th down here, I would assume they're going to
assume they will punt this ball. 4th down and 12.
Unless they're set up if they're going to go for it.
Cooper Byan. High snap goes over his head. He gets it retrieved. He does have time to kick it down the field. And fortunately, they got a decent kick away on that. It was low, but it got through downfield to about the 42-yard line. So Nemaha Central will have it. Actually, they'll spot it, I believe, at the 43, the Pleasant Ridge 43. So 3 and out for the Pleasant Ridge Rams.
Yeah, the Rams are fortunate that Thunder wasn't coming hard on that punt because with that high snap, he was still able to get somewhat of a kickoff to not pin him back on the 10-yard line.
Single receivers, both sides of the field, dual backs in the backfield, along with Uphouse at quarterback. Uphouse takes the snap, handoff hike through the line, still on his feet, getting tackled and brought down at about the 35-yard line.
Nice run by Hike. They're just, both teams are just trying to get their legs under him here at the beginning of this game. It's probably one of the cooler games that either team has played this season.
2nd down and a short 2. Single back up house, have Kane in motion. Kane takes the handoff, jet sweep to the left side, through the line. Leading blocker, he couldn't go all the way and does for the touchdown. Nemaha Central scores from 35 yards out, second play of the offense in the game with 9:36 on the clock. Thunder on the board.
That play was set up perfectly. He had blockers all down in front of him, and was just able to just kind of jog along the sidelines and get and score that touchdown. Here they are with that swinging gate again. It was pretty successful last week in Sabetha.
Pitched out to Hike. Hike throws into the middle of the field. Caught by Blake Stahlbomber. 2-point conversion. Good. And Nemaha Central leads 8-0. You're watching SCTV. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
As a cooperative, Ag Partners has deep ties to each community we call home. Our employees have worked, lived, and volunteered alongside generations of patrons in these rural areas, building relationships through years of trust. Looking ahead at the ever-changing world and ag industry, we look forward to working and growing together to help feed the world. Ag Partners, partnering for the future.
Welcome back. A lot different environment this week than last week with Sabetha last week just on our doorstep. So a lot of fans turned out, and it was a beautiful night for a football game. Tonight's a lot cooler out, so and you can see that we don't have the fans out here quite as much as we had last week, but that's a little bit to be expected with this weather and with
state volleyball starting tomorrow.
Yep.
And Hutch, Lady Thunder will be playing in the afternoon in the pool play, and we'll have that information for you here in a little bit. Connor Dieters with the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at about the 6-yard line. There's a decent return by number 21. Is that Wyatt Schwinn?
Yeah, almost got tackled about the 15-yard line. Was able to, the Thunder return guy was just kind of slipped past him and didn't quite get a hold of him well enough.
They'll give him the ball at the Pleasant Ridge 26-yard line. Buying back to pass, gets it off. Intercepted by Braden Uphouse. Turned over.
Great play by Uphouse. He was, you could see him kind of sitting back and just watching that quarterback, and when that ball was thrown in his direction, he waited and timed it just right to step in front of that receiver and make a beautiful interception.
So Nemaha Central takes the ball away from Pleasant Ridge, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Pleasant Ridge 35-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have hot Dr. Pepper and hot chocolate in the concession stand this evening.
Thunder with the short field, single receivers both sides. Uphouse takes the snap, handoff. Nope, faked it. Looking to pass down the middle. His receiver into the end zone. Looking for Kane as off his fingertips. Couldn't pull it in.
That's a tough catch for Kane over his shoulder like that, and with the defender right behind him, you feel like you got to keep running and chasing because that defender's right behind you, and it's just a really awkward position to turn around and see the ball, but he almost brought it in.
He almost did. It looked like it just kind of went off his fingertips. He went to pull it down and in, and just
kind of lost it.
Yeah,
just didn't have that timing quite right on that catch.
The way that ball came down, it looked like it shot backwards back away from him after not off into the front of him. So
yeah.
2nd and 10, Uphouse, handoff to Hike. Dragging a couple defenders almost to the 25. Looks like he'll get to the 26-yard line. Gain of 8.
A-yard gain by Hike makes it 32.
3rd down and 2. Thunder quickly to the line. Handoff again, Hike. He's got the first down. And into the defensive backfield. Brought down by 3 Rams. But not until he gets to the Pleasant Ridge 17-yard line.
Yeah, Hike, such a hard runner, but when the offensive line leaves him a hole that big, he's even harder to take down because he's 6 yards in before they even get a chance to touch him, and with the wheels turning, it's hard to take him down.
2 receivers both sides of the field. Hike in motion. He'll take the handoff, bounces it to the left side of the field. Open room in front of him, open field in front of him, and he is walking that one in for a touchdown. Thunder score again. 4 plays on that drive for 34 yards. Thunder lead 14-0 with the extra point or 2-point conversion to come.
You got to feel good when you're Hike, when you come out around the outside and your lead blocker is Mongo. You got to feel like you're in a pretty good spot at that point. This swinging gate is so unconventional, but there's so many things you can do out of it. And
there's Uphouse.
Just walking it in.
Took it right in. They practice this obviously well during the week. They know what to do with it, and it forces the defense to really play it tough. They gotta
and teams
spreads it out.
Yeah, teams going forward are really, if they end up winning this game tonight, teams going forward are really going to have to scout that and try to come up with a way to stop it, because there's, like I said, so many different options you can run out of that. And their first time we saw it was last week, and they're very successful at it.
So they'll continue to practice it here and use it more in the postseason, it looks like. 8:24 on the clock here in the first quarter. The Thunder have ran 6 plays and have 2 touchdowns and a 16-0 lead.
I said before, it's just a little cooler here tonight, and there's more pajamas in the crowd than I've ever seen in a football game. The whole student section is wearing onesies, it looks like. I don't know why they picked the coldest game of the year to wear their pajamas to a football game, but they sure did.
I certainly would have a lot on underneath of those. I have the window to my booth here open in front of me, and I'm contemplating closing it up. There's a kickoff, field again at about the 6-yard line. This time he's coming up the middle of the field, but quickly met and brought down at the 15. They'll maybe give him forward progress to the 16 or 17-yard line.
Nice job by the Thunder there. Just kind of gang tackled him.
Set it down at the 17.
At the Rams' 17-yard line.
If you can say anything about Mongo's kicking, he's pretty consistent. He gets about the same spot every single time he kicks it.
He has. And he doesn't take a long approach to it. He just puts a good
one
leg
step
into
and
it.
a kick. Yep.
A couple steps and a kick, and it's off. It's solid kickoff. Twin receivers both sides of the field. Manning goes in motion. Byan looking to pass across the middle, wide open, and missed his receiver. He had number 87, Evan Slapper, a senior. Incomplete. That would have went for some yards.
Just led him too far down the field, and he just wasn't fast enough to get to it. Quarterback thought maybe he was going to be a little further down than he was. But you're right, it would have got some yards for sure. A lot of open field in front of him.
So at quarterback, we have Cooper Byan. Looking to pass. Quick pass. Off a hand. Incomplete. They was looking for number 7, Wyatt Gortney. That brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Bine was rushed on that throw, but when you got the Thunder defense right in your face, it's all you can think about is not holding to that ball anymore.
So they have ran 6 plays, and 5 of them for passes. They've completed 1 and 1 interception on another, and the rest have fallen incomplete. The one they completed was for -1 yard. Man in motion. Byan looking to pass. Nice throw. Then another one picked off by Nemaha Central. This one by, I believe, Blake Stahlbommer. Did he go in? Is a good touchdown. Number
Cooper Hike.
Number 8, Cooper Hike with the pick. And return for touchdown, a pick 6.
I think Cooper Hike needs to let some of the other guys score some touchdowns. He's on defense and on offense.
Intercepted by number 8, Cooper Hike. And again, the 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
I'm always interested to see what they'll do on this swinging gate because, like I said, there's so many different options. Looks like they got it covered well, though.
And again, thrown into the middle.
Same exact way as the first 2-point conversion.
Complete the Blake Stahlbomber, and Nemaha Central leads 24-0, 8:01 on the board here in the first quarter. 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes for Nemaha Central. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
The play right before the interception, Holden Bass was in that quarterback's face, just running right at him. And I tell you, Holden Bass is a really nice kid, but I think when he's 2 steps away from tackling you, it's a different perspective for sure. I'm going to predict he's going to kick it to the 6-yard line. We'll see. He's been fairly consistent with his kickoffs.
That one caught it about the 5. Number 21 on the return and brought down by number 11 for the Thunder.
Good return.
That was Wyatt Schwinn with the return and Jonah Dieters with the stop.
He caught that ball. It was very close to the 6-yard line, but no one was going to give me that. They were going to make sure that if it was on the 6, they would have said the 7. I know it. But still a good kick by Longo.
That's my call.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we got 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far, a single back. And number 24, that's Lucas Byan, the running back, beside Cooper Byan, the quarterback. He takes the snap. They're going to pitch it back to Byan. He's got the edge, or he had an edge, and a good, decent run by number 24, Lucas Byan.
I don't know how he was able, when he got that pitch, there was 4 Nemaha Central defenders just steps away from him. I don't know how he's able to turn that up and get as many yards out of that play as he did, but a good run.
Good run, gain of 8 yards on the play.
Was
Bring up 2nd and 2.
Third run or so of the game for them.
It's their second rushing play of the game.
We'll see
2 receivers to both sides of the field. Lucas Byan at running back, set up beside Cooper Byan. Again, handoff to Lucas Byan. He tries to look in the middle. Now he's going to bounce it out to the far side. He's going to pick up the first down before being tackled by a host or several Thunder players. He'll get to about the 40-yard line, I think.
Again, the exact same. He's going the other direction with Thunder defenders just right there on him. He was able to, like a pinball machine, bounce around him and do a couple spins and was able to get the first down.
Gets to the 39.
Pleasant Ridge is moving the ball well so far on this series. Staying to the ground.
1st and 10, their first down here of the game. Cooper Byan looking to throw and throws it away out of bounds. Way out of bounds.
Again, it's hard to say what happened there. I mean, with Nemaha Central on your tail, you want to throw that ball away as fast as you possibly can. I'm guessing he just didn't have a grip on the ball like he wanted to, and he had a receiver that was just covered by one man. I think that was where he was aiming for, but just didn't have a good grip on that ball. And
well, I think that was a run-pass option that if he'd did the handoff, there was a defender right on the tail of the guy he was going to hand off to. But
he threw it to one of the Thunder cheerleaders, but they didn't catch it either.
There's a handoff. Lucas Byan sheds one tackler. Now he's deep in the backfield, and he's going to get brought down at about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, right when he took that first hit, it just slowed him down enough where he was just in a spot where it was going to be really hard to gain any positive yards with Thunder defenders just chasing him down.
Back to the 28, loss of 11 on the play.
Brings up third 21 for the Rams. Football back to the Rams 27-yard line.
So everything they gained, they go right back to where they started off with the football on this possession at their own 28. Third down and 21 yards to go. Byan looking to pass. Cooper Byan fleshed out. Now throws downfield. Incomplete. Threw it too low at the feet of number 20, I believe. That was Josh Herndon, his intended receiver. That'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, two defenders right there, and he tried to kind of sew it in down low between them and just got it a little too low for him to be able to make that catch. So the last time they punted, with a bad snap, was still able to get a decent punt off. We'll see how they line up here.
Cooper Byan back to kick the ball. There's a decent snap that time. Gets it away. It's going to be fielded by Gavin Kane. He picks it back up at the 36. Avoids stepping out of bounds. Now he's going to go to the far side of the field, and if he can beat the swing around, he's got room to run, and a lead blocker to boot. Now cuts it back through the middle, spins out of one, still on his feet, and he's going to return it all the way for a touchdown. Punt return for a touchdown. He took it from his own 36-yard line. 64-yard punt return for a touchdown.
That return is going to make the highlight reel for sure. I mean, first he kind of bobbled the catch and was able to scoop it up. And with that high punt, I thought maybe the defense would be on top of him, but he spin around and then open field on the other side with the blocker ahead of him, just was able to mow his way down the last 10 yards for the touchdown.
He had a nice spin out of a good tackle attempt there. 6:13 on the clock here in the first quarter.
So this time the two-point conversion is good again. This time they This time they were able to they did a whole different kind of play. Was throw it to the back and on the swinging gate side, and he was able to
the direct snap to the running back on the
no.
swing
It was a throw to the running back on the swinging gate side, and then he was able to just run right in the middle.
I didn't catch it. I was in the middle of typing something. So 2-point conversion good. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful. Just ask any of our customers.
Wow, that was easy.
Our inventory keeps growing because of our great deals and friendly service. We invite you to come to Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca, where we have the latest new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks for the farmer and all of us. Did you say sports cars? Oh yeah, we have those too.
Come see us. It's like a car show every day.
Experience the difference at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
So we are just 13 seconds away from being halfway through this first quarter, and Nemaha Central has 4 touchdowns on the board already with 2-point conversions on all 4 of them to boot. 32-0 Nemaha Central. Just halfway through this first quarter. There's a kickoff. It's fielded at about the 13. And a return brings it out past the 20 to about the 23.
Number 6, Carter Ike, and number 4, Sam Dorgus on the stop for the Thunder.
Pleasant Ridge. We have a timeout called by the Pleasant Ridge Rams. And the ball will be set down at the 23-yard line. First and 10 from there. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
As a cooperative, Ag Partners has deep ties to each community we call home. Our employees have worked, lived, and volunteered alongside generations of patrons in these rural areas, building relationships through years of trust. Looking ahead at the ever-changing world and ag industry, we look forward to working and growing together to help feed the world. Ag Partners, partnering for the future.
Welcome back. Before the game, I was kind of polling the guys here in the booth. I didn't get a chance to ask Billy O just for some scores, and then on that last break, I wanted to know if any of the guys wanted to change their predictions. But Caleb had the score at 54-0. I have it 52-7, and Mike has the score at 56-6. And Mike kind of waffled on his score at the beginning, and he went to a different number. So we'll see who's the closest this week. Mike was within 8 points either way last week, so Mike definitely was a lot closer than all of us. We'll see how this game turns out.
4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the high. Now he brings it back up beside him. Handoff. Fumble. Picked up and ran in for a touchdown. Wade Leonard runs it back for the touchdown.
I couldn't see what happened on that fumble, but he wasn't ever able to turn around and even try to pick it up because Leonard was standing right there, was able to scoop it right up and run it right in.
So on the first play of their 5th possession, they fumble the ball and recovered by Nemaha Central, ran back for a touchdown.
Cooper Hike was standing there, said, "Go ahead, you take this one." And here we go for a kick for the extra point this time.
Jaden Thomas, nice kick. Is that one good? It is. Nemaha Central puts the extra point on, and it is now 39-0. Nemaha Central 6:02 on the board. The Thunder with 5 touchdowns before halfway through the first quarter. We'll be back.
S&S Automotive and Towing in Seneca is your locally owned and operated full-service automotive shop. Experience a family-like atmosphere and state-of-the-art service department, including digital inspections and text-to-pay. We know your time is valuable, so we offer pickup and delivery services. We service all makes and models and provide fast and honest service at a fair price. S&S Automotive and Towing Incorporated has been servicing Nemaha County for over 20 years. Visit us online or call us today.
With 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter, it's been all Thunder. Scores by the offense and by the defense.
Kicking off for the Thunder, number 16, Jaden Thomas.
So second stringers in already here halfway through the first quarter. They'll get some good playing time. And the rest of this game, 39-0. Nemaha Central. Thomas with a nice kickoff.
Kick.
That one be taken at the 15. And he fumbled or stumbled down at the 21, put his knee down at the 21.
He kind of jiggled the hand off a little bit there and then slipped. Wasn't able to kind of get his feet underneath him, and Caleb pointed out the clock did not tick down at all on that kickoff, so don't know if the officials caught that or not, but
should have been at least to the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, I would guess it was 2 seconds off that play.
2 receivers high, 2 receivers low side, and Cooper Bine from the shotgun takes a snap. He's going to intentionally run it out to the right side, and pursuit brings him down. I believe that was number 75, Holden Bass, with the stop. Another timeout call by Pleasant Ridge. We'll actually decide to keep that right here. The ball is set down at about the 17-yard line, it looks like. They will have lost 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, on that run, too, on that kickoff return, he kind of slipped and fell and put his knee down, and he slipped. The running back slipped a little bit on that play as well. and you don't get your wheels underneath you, and you got Holden Bass chasing you down, it can cause some trouble.
Yes. So tomorrow, the Lady Thunder will be playing in the 3A state volleyball tournament out in Hutchison Sports Arena. The pool play starts tomorrow. The 2A or 3A classification plays in the afternoon. 4A is playing in the morning. The Nemaha Central's games won't be till later. The Lady Thunder will play their first match at 4:30 in the afternoon, and they are the number 1 seed in this tournament, and they are taking on 8 seed Smoky Valley at 4:30. Then at approximately 6:30, the number 1 seed Thunder will take on the number 5 seed Beloit. And then at 8:30, they will take on the number 4 seed Cheney. And then the 2 teams with the best records out of pool play will advance to bracket play to be played on Saturday afternoon. And another interception. Oh, they're going to say no. It hit the ground.
It sure looked like an interception from up here, but the official was in a perfect spot to make that call.
They do call it an interception.
Oh, they do? Okay. It looks like the line judge over here on this side was pointing him down like it was
like they waved it off like it was an incomplete. Actually, I think he was saying stop the clock, and it's a Thunder ball. Thunder ball intercepted at the 26-yard line by Gavin Kane.
The third interception today or the fourth?
That is the second interception of the game. A fumble, and then a punt return.
I guess my math isn't as good as I thought.
So the Thunder with the ball at the Pleasant Ridge 26-yard line. Up house, takes a snap, looking to throw, throws into the middle. Intercepted back by number 24, Lucas. And there he goes. He got chased down. And brought down from behind, but not in time as number 24, Lucas Bine, picks off the pass and returns it for a touchdown.
Yeah, he was in a perfect spot to make that interception, and then where he was out on the field, there was just no blockers, and they were just going to have to chase him down, and he's fast enough that just didn't make that happen.
So Nemaha Central turns it over. Back to Pleasant Ridge, and Pleasant Ridge does a pick 6.
They've looked really good on their punts, so I would anticipate they're going to have a pretty good kicking game here. Well, they line up for 2, looks like.
Bine looking to throw. 2-point conversion attempt. Throws to the corner of the end zone. They missed it. Incomplete. But Rams are on the board, 39-6. There's no 6 points. I said.
I was going for that extra point.
There it is. The Rams with the highlight there. A pick 6 from Lucas Bine. And we'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Every day, hardworking people wake up early and open their doors to the people in their community. They provide more than just goods and services. They create relationships. Small business is alive and well, making life in our communities possible. You know what it means to support, to be part of a community, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Again, a great interception there by Lucas Bine. He looks like he was going to jump up and swat that down, but instead he was able to get 2 hands on it and come down with the ball and just open field ahead of him.
Let's see. That would have been a 50, 60, 70, probably about a 75-yard pick 6. Cooper Hike was tracking him down, but didn't get there in time to get him stopped. Pleasant Ridge with the kickoff from number 54, Logan Simpson. It's a live ball. Picked up by Hike. About the 25, and then ankle tackle brought down at the 30.
That first defender kind of slid past him, and then that second was able to get around his ankles lucky that Hike didn't have enough steam built up yet, because that's going to be a tough tackle to make if Hike was full steam running. But good job by the defense there, and Nemaha Central is going to be on the 30-yard line.
The Thunder starting with the ball for the first time on their end of the field. Up pass, now swinging out to the near sideline, caught by Wade Leonard, jukes, and then falls forward through two defenders to close to the 40-yard line. It'll be a put down at the 39. 39 and a half to be exact.
I didn't know we were so exact up here.
We can be. Half a yard to second down and half a yard. They got to move past the 40 to pick up the first down. They'll swing it over to Hike. Hike will get the first down. Lead blocker is Mongo, but picking him off from behind and bringing him down at the Pleasant Ridge 45-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Hike. And again, with Mongo in front of him, he had his hand on his back, just letting him get that first blocker and those extra yards.
16 yards on the carry. First down for the Thunder. Put it down to 44. Handoff in the middle. Hike. Now he's going to bounce it to the outside. Pushes down one defender. Tries to go through another and then spun down at about the 25.
I thought he was going to get back on his feet after he spun around that last defender. I thought, but he just lost his momentum enough where he fell over. But good run.
Gain of 19 on that play. Handoff, fake to Hike. They throw it out into the flat. Wide open Wade Leonard. Wide open field in front of him. Makes a move to the inside, beating a defender, and touchdown Nemaha Central. A 25-yard pass completion from Uphouse to Leonard.
Just one guy to beat, and he was able to kind of juke him out of his shoes and get into the end zone. Looks like they're going for an extra point again here. Trying to keep some of those swinging gate secrets for the next contest.
Extra point attempt, good from Jaden Thomas. Back-to-back PATs that are good. And Nemaha Central now leads 46-6. 3:59 to go. First quarter. You're watching SCTV.
Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful. Just ask any of our customers.
Wow, that was easy.
Our inventory keeps growing because of our great deals and friendly service. We invite you to come to Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca, where we have the latest new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks for the farmer and all of us. Did you say sports cars? Oh yeah, we have those too.
Come see us. It's like a car show every day.
Experience the difference at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
So Nemaha Central with 147 yards of offense, 113 rushing, 34 passing. But they have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns here in the first quarter alone. Two of them, one special teams and one
interception.
Two of them special teams, one special team, two defensive touchdowns. There's a return, still on his feet, gets out to about the 30-yard line, the 33 maybe, somewhere. We'll see where they spot it down at. Good return by the Rams out to the 32.
Yeah, Evan Slapper on the return that time. Was able to get a good return. Got 4 receivers on this side of the field again.
Fine, looking to throw. Knocked down at the line, or knocked down right as he was throwing the ball by defenders. I think it was.
Well, it looked like it was Carter Hike was in there on that, and Josh Gonzalez as well.
Second hit, football remains at the Ram 32-yard line.
On the movie Friday Night Lights, they had a play where they ran 4 receivers to one side of the field. I can't remember what they called that offense, but it was successful for them.
2 receivers, both sides of the field, stacked above each other. Now thrown to the flat, caught by number 2. Pass complete for about 5 or 6 yards. That was caught by Metzger, Camden Metzger. Gain of 5 on the play. They'll set it down at the 47-yard line. 37-yard line, excuse me. I believe that's only their second completion of the night. Again, 2 receivers both sides. Bine looking to pass. Hit as he throws and incomplete.
He had a receiver as he was going to throw, but the Thunder defense has just been causing him havoc the whole game. About every single pass is either a quick throw or they swat it down. It's tough to set up and get the ball to where you want it to go when you got Thunder defenders just right in your face.
So 4th down and 5 for Pleasant Ridge. They'll send 4 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the high. They're going to throw down the middle. It's going to be incomplete, and that'll bring up that'll be a turnover on downs. Nemaha Central will take over at the Pleasant Ridge 37-yard line.
Definitely some miscommunication there. He threw that ball right down the middle of the field, and it just was no receivers anywhere in the area. Someone didn't make a turn when they were supposed to.
So Nemaha Central again with short field. Thunder ran 4 plays for 70 yards on their last possession. This possession will start on the Pleasant Ridge 37. Up house, handoff, faked it, hike, now throws out to the flat, caught by Aiden Brocksterman.
Nice throw. He was able to get Brocksterman just as he was kind of falling down to the ground.
They'll spot it at about the 27, it looks like. Gain of 10. 26. 11 yards on the pass play. Up house. Takes the snap. Fake the handoff. Floating out to the left side. Looking to pass. Now he's going to spin around.
Get rid of it.
Now he throws. Caught for yards.
Yeah, there was a
receiver coming back to him to help him out. That was Wade Leonard, it looks like.
Yeah, Leonard was covered well and almost got that ball swatted down as he threw it, but was able to get some positive yards off that.
Ball set down at the 21, gain of 5.
Kind of a broke-up play, but still able to get some positive yards.
Single receivers both sides and handoff hike, middle of the field, through the defense, still on his feet, goes down at the 5-yard line. Tackle made by Cooper Bine.
Again, just a classic run by Hike, just putting his shoulders down and bowling over defenders.
Minute 32 to go here, first quarter. Up house. had the ball, faked the handoff, and then he stumbled after he faked the handoff. He goes down at the 5-yard line. So no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal, football remains at the Ram, 5-yard line.
Single receivers, up house, handoff, Hike walks it in from 5 yards out, going to the corner, and it's good. Nemaha Central with another 6 with a 45.6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so if the game ended right here, I would have my prediction almost exact. But we still have 3 quarters of football left to play.
Extra point attempt
Oh,
is good. That was number 80. Camden Smiths, the freshman, putting it through for the Thunder, and Nemaha Central with a lead 53-6. And I'm 3 points off of mine.
So it looks like the first quarter predictions here, we were all very close.
You're watching SCTV. We will be back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Welcome back. Just under a minute left in the first quarter here.
Picking for the Thunder, number 61, Connor Peters.
Mongo kicking off again. Probably get caught on the 6-yard line.
Good kick at the 8. And a return. And that's the punter making the stop. Number 87 for Pleasant Ridge on the return.
Yeah, Evan Slapper on the return. Good return, and you typically don't see the kicker make a tackle like that.
It certainly looked like there was a hold on that return.
Yeah, but no flags on the field. And I don't think we've had a penalty yet this game.
I don't think we have. You are correct. So Pleasant Ridge will start at their own 35-yard line.
Maybe a chance for a couple plays before we end the quarter.
First team defense still on the field. Hand off to number 24, Lucas Bine, and he is swarmed over even before he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Just gobbled up by that defensive line.
Brought down at the 33. Forward progress was to the 33. Loss of 2.
Sounds like they gave Holden Bass the credit on that tackle, but it was all 3 of them who made that tackle for sure.
It looks like the first quarter will come to an end, but Nemaha Central leads, 53-6 at the end of the first 12 minutes of play. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown. Mavericks.
Mary Road.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people. It's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion,
Friendships.
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
Well, welcome back. There's the start of the second quarter. Pass down the middle. They were looking for Slapper. Incomplete.
Number 8-7, Evan Slapper's incomplete.
Vine takes a hit going to the ground. That was Holden Bass and number 76. That was Abe Hilbert putting the quarterback on his back.
Pleasant Ridge comes into this game with they don't have the largest team in the league by any means, but they also have maybe 10 guys out for different reasons, injuries, sounds like. 1, 2, 3 seniors, 2 juniors. So that definitely
hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cooper Bine looking to throw. Almost picked off. Blake Stahlbommer got a hand on it and incomplete. Bine again.
Nice job by Bass there. The official was watching him really closely, but Bass couldn't have pulled up any sooner, and so that was a very clean play there. I think the officials recognize that.
And he helped him up.
Yep. It's hard to throw a ball running backwards with Bass in your face.
4th down and 12 for Pleasant Ridge. There is the punt, and I believe it was blocked and covered up by Nemaha Central.
Hate to say this, I think it was blocked by Bass's rear end.
Mongo recovered.
Yeah, Mongo got the ball back, but I think Bass might have a couple bruises on his cheeks from that one.
Ball is sitting at the Pleasant Ridge 23-yard line.
Pleasant Ridge
punt.
On those punts, they just not as deep back as you typically see a punter. They're a lot closer to the line of scrimmage, which makes something like that a lot more possible to happen. Short field again here for the Thunder.
Hand off to number 8, Carter Hike. Number 6, Carter Hike. In.
Yep.
Touchdown. 23-yard run.
Just inside the pylon there, is able to run it in with, don't even think a defender got a hand on him. And just less than 30 seconds here in the second quarter. The Thunder put another 6 on the board.
.34 on the clock. 59-6. The extra point. Up, and that one. It is good again. Jaden Thomas kicking it with the left foot. Makes it good, and it's 60-6. Nemaha Central. Early second quarter. Yes, you heard that correct. Early second quarter. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back.
Just a few miles out of town, pavement ends. The world opens up, and you can see for miles. For generations, families have planted and harvested, struggled and prospered, all working together to build something better for the next in line. We know what it means to love a lifestyle, to be a part of a tradition, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we're back with this must be the 6th or 7th kickoff so far in today's game.
Yeah, you're probably about right. Thunder have 7 touchdowns now. If I have done my math correctly, there's 1, 2, 3.
If I was
4, 5,
Evan Slapper, I'd probably line up on the
7,
6-yard line.
8 touchdowns by Nemaha Central in the game. Well, that's about where he's standing, was the 8, and that ball kicked and drops at the 20, picked up by the far sideline.
That was my fault. I didn't calculate for the wind there, so that's the reason why Mongo didn't quite get it to his typical 6-yard line. Kicking into the wind. Just kind of a light breeze.
Slight breeze to the backs now of Pleasant Ridge. They have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 28. I think we've seen a few things that could have had some flags thrown on in this game, but I don't think the officials are going to
just
throw them.
I think in the playoffs they let them play a little bit more.
Lucas Bine in motion, sets up beside Cooper Bine. Fakes or gives the handoff to Lucas, goes into the middle of the line and hit and driven back. He'll pick up a few yards to the 30. Gain of 2.
Stopping by the Thunder's number 54, Josh Gonzalez.
It does look like maybe they've got a continuous clock here in the second quarter.
Well,
either that or the clock operator is
well,
eating his hot dog and didn't get it stopped in time. That could be the case too. We're right next to him. I could look over there and see if he's paying attention or not.
Three receivers pitched out. Lucas Bine hit by Wade Leonard. Stopped. They're going to blow the play dead before too many other players can come in and cause an injury. And that ball will be put back down at the 27-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
Third and 12, football back to the 27-yard line.
So they lost 3 yards on the pass play. Timeout, Pleasant Ridge, their 3rd timeout here of the first half. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Every day, hardworking people wake up early and open their doors to the people in their community. They provide more than just goods and services. They create relationships. Small business is alive and well, making life in our communities possible. You know what it means to support, to be part of a community, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow the Nemaha Central Thunder number 1 seeded volleyball team travels to Edison, Kansas for the 3A state.
So Nemaha Central, the number 1 seed in the 3A state volleyball tournament. The number 2 seed went to Riverton, a 37-2 record. They have Nemaha Central is the number 1 ranked team, has the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed went to Riverton. They are the 5th ranked team in the state by the Kansas Volleyball Coaches Association. Number 3 seed went to Goodland. They are the 7th ranked team with a 36-3 record. Seed 4 went to Cheney, 35-4, and they are the 3 seed, or the 3rd ranked team. Beloit's a 5 seed with the number 4 ranking at 34-5. 6th seed went to Eureka, unranked team. They're the only unranked team. That pass knocked down as it came out of his hand, and that was, I believe, Josh Gonzalez in there, causing the incompletion, bringing up 4th down. Eureka again, the number 6 seed in the tournament, unranked team and outside the top 10 in the state in Class 3A. And number 7 seed went to number 2nd ranked team, Heritage Christian. Now that is a ranking that is probably very true. Their seeding is deceiving because they are 31-7. They played some bigger schools than they, and had that's where they picked up some of their losses. But the Heritage Christian, a very good team. They're on the opposite bracket of Nemaha Central. There is a good kick downfield past the 40, rolls past the 30, and is going to stop at the 27-yard line.
Nice kick there, yeah.
From the Pleasant Ridge 27 down to the Thunder 27-yard line. Be a 46-yard punt.
Mike, was Heritage Christian the 2A state champs in volleyball last year? Was that?
Trying to remember if they were. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I think they might have been.
Yeah, I think they might have been.
And then the 8th seed, the last team to get in, the 8th seed, and 8th ranked team, Smoky Valley, at 32-8. There's a handoff into the middle of the field. That was number 10 for the Thunder carrying the ball, Reed McKee.
Yeah, nice run by McKee. His shoulders were faster than his feet, I think, on that run. His feet were trying to catch up with the rest of his body, but nice carry.
Gain of 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1. McKee sets up beside his quarterback. They'll send number 25 in motion. Hand off to 25. Jet sweep to the right side of the field and picking up the 1st down to the Thunder 42, Carter Rottinghouse with the carry.
Yeah, 1st down and a few more.
Good for 4 yards.
Clock ticking down, just a little more than 6 minutes left in the second half.
Handoff Reed McKee. Nice run here to the near side.
Oh,
tripped up by the line. A blade of grass, something jumped up and tripped him up. He had a nice running room in front of him.
I think maybe it could be a grasshopper, but it might be a little cold for that.
13-yard carry.
Not sure who they credit the tackle for that one, but nice run. Just again, his body was traveling faster than his feet.
1st and 10 for the Thunder. 2 receivers to both sides of the field. They'll now bring Reed McKee in motion. Fake the handoff. And that is number 6, Carter Hike on the run. He's got open field in front of him, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. 45-yard run by Carter Hike. And the Thunder put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, a little confusion looks like in the backfield with that play, but able to get the ball to Hike and just one defender to beat, and he just couldn't catch up.
4:57 on the clock here in the second quarter. Extra point attempt coming up next. Jaden Thomas.
Pleasant Ridge has a really good rush on these extra points.
That's a nice solid kick, punching it right through. Good for the extra point. Nemaha Central now leads 67-6 over Pleasant Ridge. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back.
Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful. Just ask any of our customers.
Wow, that was easy.
Our inventory keeps growing because of our great deals and friendly service. We invite you to come to Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca, where we have the latest new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks for the farmer and all of us. Did you say sports cars? Oh yeah, we have those too.
Come see us. It's like a car show every day.
Experience the difference at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
Welcome back. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the first half here.
So with a win here tonight, Nemaha Central will advance into the regional play. It'll be on Friday, November 4th. That should be a home game here as well as a regional play game. We'll go to the higher seed team in out of the brackets, and they'll play either Rossville or Minneapolis. The Thunder played Minneapolis earlier this season, defeated them 56-0 here on the Thunder home field, but they have not played Rossville. Rossville with a 4-4 record, the number 2 ranked seeded team out of District 3. Kickoff fielded at about the 11. Slapper with the return. Did not get his shoulders turned and moving upfield. I think he would have been with his size and I think he could have took it further upfield.
Absolutely.
But he is brought down at about the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pleasant Ridge.
1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 20-yard line.
So Nemaha Central boys team, Thunder football team will play either Rossville or Minneapolis next week. I do not see the Thunder losing this one here tonight. Hand off and rush up through the middle of the line, picking up a couple of yards to about the 24.
Number 11, Jonah Dieters, and number 66, Reese Garrity.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6, football at the Ram 24-yard line.
So looking at the rushing total or yardage total, 228 yards for Nemaha Central. 0 total offense for Pleasant Ridge so far in the game. They have 1 positive yard passing and 1 negative yard rushing. That's been a tough night for them. Slapper in motion. Bine takes a snap. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Tripped up and goes down at about the 26, it looks like.
Tripped up by number 33, Cooper Kramer.
Cooper Kramer with the stop. They'll spot it down at the 26.
35 for the Rams. Football at the 25-yard line.
Gain of 2. 2nd down and 4. 3rd down and 4, excuse me. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Fine. Now he's going to rush it to the right side. Left side picks up the 1st down. Knocked out of bounds. He'll be spotted down at about the 32-yard line.
Nice rush by Bine, but they're going to have to hustle a little bit to get one more play in. And Nemaha Central is going to get the ball back starting the second half. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let that clock run out as the quarterback is talking to the coach.
10 seconds.
That's what's going to happen.
10 seconds and counting. Yep, they're going to let her run out. Nemaha Central will head into the locker room with a huge lead. This is the score I thought we'd have at the end of the game. And it's 67-6. My original prediction, I said 62-6. And
no, boy, you said 65-6, and then you changed it to 56-6. So you're very close. Or what your original
pick?
Yeah,
I thought I was not. I changed my mind. I don't know why I did, but Anyway, 67-6, Nemaha Central leading by 61 points here after the first half of play. And, wow, we'll have a running clock in the second half. You're watching SCTV. I'd like to recognize our sponsors. We'll be back.
Hi there, I'm Rachel Allen. I'm one of the family physicians in Sabetha, Kansas. Underage drinking isn't just an issue in terms of breaking the law. It comes with a number of both short and long-term consequences. Research has shown that alcohol use in teenage years can affect normal brain development and has also been shown to cause a 4 times increase in alcohol use disorder. In addition, teenage drinking has been shown to cause poor school performance and has been found to increase high-risk sexual activity, injuries among teens, and even death. It contributes to 3,500 deaths in people under the age of 21 each year in the United States. Long-term health consequences must also be considered when discussing the risk of teenage drinking. In addition to increasing the rate of alcohol use disorder, it has been associated with long-term diseases such as dementia, heart disease, and stroke. I know it's tempting to consider decreasing the drinking age to 18 from 21 in the hopes of making it legal will decrease these negative consequences. When the drinking age was raised to 21, there was a 16% decrease in car accidents related to alcohol, and teenage drinking decreased by 20%. It is also shown to decrease unintended consequences of underage drinking, including drug dependence, teenage deaths, and adverse birth outcomes related to teenage pregnancies.
My name is Rich Vernon. I've been the sheriff for Nemaha County since 2006. I've actually been employed by the Nemaha County Sheriff's Office back since 1990. That puts me in my 30th year of law enforcement here in Nemaha County. Now, I grew up in this county. I'm a lifelong resident. I've lived in this county. I grew up in the 80s. There was a lot of alcohol consumption back then. I know a lot of parents look at it like we did it when we were kids, so why can't our kids do it? If you, as a parent, or your children actually allow people to come into your homes or on your lands and drink or consume alcohol or even possess it, then you can be held liable for this law. This law carries penalties up to a $1,000 fine, and it is a Class A misdemeanor, which can actually include jail time. I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years and spending those years pulling young men and young women out of ditches lifeless, that has changed my attitude towards alcohol and towards its consumption of minors greatly. And I hope and pray that anything you can do to keep that from happening in the future, you will do, and try to keep our young children alive. Thank you.
In Nemaha County, I'm Jared Snyder, one of the family physicians at Seneca Family Practice. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a study by the state of Kansas that comes out about every year surveying our young kids in the community, ages 12 through 18. Would you be surprised to know 25% of our kids that responded between ages 12 and 18 responded saying that they had drank alcohol in the 30 days prior to the survey. And when you take into consideration and break that down, that's 4% of sixth graders, 12% of eighth graders, 34% of sophomores, and 48% of our high school seniors reporting alcohol use in the month leading up to the survey. And that's an upward trend, a year-over-year upward trend, and approaching double the state averages. Some will say kids will be kids, or if they're going to drink, they may as well do it at my house so I can have oversight. And frankly, those arguments are getting people hurt. It's leading to medical problems, addiction, and lifelong habits. We really do need to change the culture of alcohol in our community. 21 is 21 for a reason. I would just urge the community members to say, let's save some lives. The change starts at home.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown, Mavericks,
Mary Road.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people. It's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion,
friendships,
pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
On any given Friday night, you can find us here, illuminated only by the clear night sky and stadium lights. The ball field, a place for fierce rivals and close friends, a place for celebration, a place for family. We know what it means to come together, to be a part of something bigger, to be united. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi there, I'm Rachel Allen. I'm one of the family physicians in Sabetha, Kansas. Underage drinking isn't just an issue in terms of breaking the law. It comes with a number of both short and long-term consequences. Research has shown that alcohol use in teenage years can affect normal brain development and has also been shown to cause a 4 times increase in alcohol use disorder. In addition, teenage drinking has been shown to cause poor school performance and has been found to increase high-risk sexual activity, injuries among teens, and even death. It contributes to 3,500 deaths in people under the age of 21 each year in the United States. Long-term health consequences must also be considered when discussing the risk of teenage drinking. In addition to increasing the rate of alcohol use disorder, it has been associated with long-term diseases such as dementia, heart disease, and stroke. I know it's tempting to consider decreasing the drinking age to 18 from 21 in the hopes of making it legal will decrease these negative consequences. When the drinking age was raised to 21, there was a 16% decrease in car accidents related to alcohol, and teenage drinking decreased by 20%. It is also shown to decrease unintended consequences of underage drinking, including drug dependence, teenage deaths, and adverse birth outcomes related to teenage pregnancies.
My name is Rich Vernon. I've been the sheriff for Nemaha County since 2006. I've actually been employed by the Nemaha County Sheriff's Office back since 1990. That puts me in my 30th year of law enforcement here in Nemaha County. Now, I grew up in this county. I'm a lifelong resident. I've lived in this county. I grew up in the 80s. There was a lot of alcohol consumption back then. I know a lot of parents look at it like we did it when we were kids, so why can't our kids do it? If you, as a parent, or your children actually allow people to come into your homes or on your lands and drink or consume alcohol or even possess it, then you could be held liable for this law. This law carries penalties up to a $1,000 fine, and it is a Class A misdemeanor, which can actually include jail time. I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years and spending those years pulling young men and young women out of ditches lifeless, that has changed my attitude towards alcohol and towards its consumption of minors greatly. And I hope and pray that anything you can do to keep that from happening in the future, you will do, and try to keep our young children alive. Thank you.
In Nemaha County, I'm Jared Snyder, one of the family physicians at Seneca Family Practice. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a study by the state of Kansas that comes out about every year surveying our young kids in the community, ages 12 through 18. Would you be surprised to know 25% of our kids that responded between ages 12 and 18 responded saying that they had drank alcohol in the 30 days prior to the survey. And when you take into consideration and break that down, that's 4% of 6th graders, 12% of 8th graders, 34% of sophomores, and 48% of our high school seniors reporting alcohol use in the month leading up to the survey. And that's an upward trend, a year-over-year upward trend, and approaching double the state averages. Some will say kids will be kids, or if they're going to drink, they may as well do it at my house so I can have oversight. And frankly, those arguments are getting people hurt. It's leading to medical problems, addiction, and lifelong habits. We really do need to change the culture of alcohol in our community. 21 is 21 for a reason. I would just urge the community members to say, let's save some lives. The change starts at home.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown, Mavericks,
Mary Rose.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games. And when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and like outburst, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion,
friendships,
pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
Game.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. We are at halftime here. We'll probably be getting this second half underway in just a few moments. The halftime stats for you, brought to you by Rainbow Communications. Thunder with 228 yards of total offense, 178 yards rushing, 50 yards passing in the game so far. A vast majority of it coming from Cooper Hike. Carter Hike picking up a bunch of yards as well in this contest, and he's a second-string quarterback for the Thunder, and he's been taking snaps here most of the second quarter. Done very well there as well. Pleasant Ridge with 8 total yards of offense in this game so far, 7 yards rushing, 1 yard passing. They were just at the break-even point, just like 2 plays from the end of this first half. They actually had 0 total yards of offense, and they had 3 positive plays there to finish out the second half of play. Nemaha Central with 8 touchdowns in the game so far, 6 of them in the first quarter. And I've not seen a score like that, 60-6 after the first quarter of play. Here we go with the kickoff. A short kick. This one going to be fielded by Nemaha Central at the 38-yard line. Good choice and catch by number 26.
He kneeled right down by the down marker, so that guy didn't have to run anywhere. Just he took a knee right next to him, helping him out a little bit.
Jordan Lewis with the catch and downed it there. Ball on the Thunder 39-yard line. We'll have a running clock the entire second half of play at the request of Pleasant Ridge's coach. Handoff into the middle of the field and up the middle, and good for about 6 yards on the carry. The key with the carry. All set down at the 45.
Second and 4, 6-yard gain. Football to the Thunder, 45-yard line.
McKee's a junior for the Thunder, and he got a lot of for the second quarter. He was the main running back and has been doing a really good job here today so far.
Snap and handoff to McKee again. Picking up the first down, moving the ball to the 50.
Stopping by number 25, Hunter Dooley. McKee's run is good for a Thunder first down. First and 10 Thunder football at the 50-yard line.
Jaden Seitz in at quarterback here to start this second half of play.
Sometimes we struggle a little bit on the names when they got the second and third string guys in. We're just not used to seeing those numbers and names, and got to hunt them down a little bit sometimes.
Jaden Seitz, grandson of the former head coach here at Nemaha Central, Warren Seitz. Carter Rottinghouse on the carry. Caught and thrown down from behind by Slapper for Pleasant Ridge, but not till he gets to the 46-yard line, gain of 4.
Second and 6. Thunder football at the Ram, 46-yard line.
Seitz takes the handoff to McKee, gives the handoff to McKee, and the ball, they're going to say he put a knee down at the 43-yard line, gain of 3. Third down and about 3 yards. They got to get to the 40-yard line to pick up the first down. I'll bet this is 4-down territory for Nemaha Central. Seitz takes the snap, handoff, and met right at the line. They blow the play dead, but he was
still
wrestling
kind of
his way
falling forward. So I don't think they're going to give him the forward progress.
Early whistle, and they're going to spot the ball down at the 43-yard line. No gain. Thunder going for it here on 4th down. Seitz takes the snap, rolls out, looking to pass, throws to the flat. Oh, incomplete. Had an open receiver intended for number 4, Sam Nordis. Couldn't pull it in. He would have picked up the first down with that, but instead turns the ball over to Pleasant Ridge. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Yeah, Nordis was just couldn't get his hands quite on that ball, and didn't look like there was too many defenders in front of him. He would have got a good some good yards out of that catch if he would have made it.
It was a good play. Just needed to.
Just didn't quite get out to it.
Couldn't quite connect. 1st and 10, Pleasant Ridge. Slapper in motion to the other side. There is the first flag of the game. False illegal procedure, false start against Pleasant Ridge. That's 6:37 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. That's the first flag thrown in the game.
Yeah, first penalty of the game. It's been a pretty clean football game, really.
Move the ball back to the 38-yard line. Bine takes the snap. Still on his feet, trying to cut back. He's going to pick up the first down past the Thunder 45 to about the 44.
Number 11, Jonah Dieters, and number 41, Leo Holthouse with the stop.
Yeah, really good job putting his shoulders down and a good run there.
Football at the Thunder 44-yard line.
18 yards on that carry, picking up the first down.
I'll be curious to see if the Thunder rotates in some of their first-string guys if they get close to the end zone, just to try to do what they can to keep them out.
Or give them goal line experience, more time. 5:30 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Running clock this entire second half of this contest. Fine takes a snap, looking to throw. Thrown into the flat, caught by Slapper. A screen pass, tracked down and brought down from behind by number 4 for Nemaha Central. That was Sam Nordis with a stop, but the Rams pick up the first down and move the ball to the Thunder 25-yard line.
Yeah, a little screen pass there when he had the blockers ahead of him, but he just didn't anticipate. He's kind of waiting for those blocks to develop and didn't quite anticipate that Nordis was going to catch him from behind. But still a nice gain.
Two receivers near, one to the high. Fine takes a snap, handoff to number 25, missing a couple arm tackles, then brought down from behind by number 11 for the Thunder. Jonah Dieters with the stop, carry by number 25, Hunter Dooley.
Yeah, nice carry by Dooley. He didn't really do a lot of juking. He just ran straight for 5 yards and then turned a 90-degree and ran for 5 yards and then turned 90-degree and ran straight for 5 yards, but was able to bowl his way down the field.
Second and 4 for the Rams. Football at the Thunder, 19
First series of play for the Rams here in the second half, and they are moving the ball against the Thunder third-team defense. 3:39 and counting left to go here in the third. Vine looking to throw. Now throws in the middle of the field. That should be incomplete.
Looked like his knees were down, and
the receiver is open, just threw it too low.
Just too low.
Bring the third and 4. Football at the Thunder, 19-yard line.
Third down and 4 for Pleasant Ridge. Two receivers high, one low. Vine looking to pass. Throwing it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, nice job by Thunder defense. He just didn't have any open receivers to throw it to, and he didn't want to risk their position where they're at now. Now with a fourth down, they definitely that puts him in a spot, but he didn't want to risk an interception on that throw.
Metzger was the closest receiver.
At least give another opportunity at the end zone here, or for a first down possibly. We'll see if they go to the air again, or they've had good success on this series on the ground. Just 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Slapper in motion. Vine looking to pass. They're going to run it. He's going to be short of the first down. Yeah. Nemaha Central defense holds the Rams with 1:50 to go here in the third. Well, giving progress to about the 18-yard line. First and 10, Nemaha Central.
Nice job by the Thunder there with that stop.
You get 1 yard on that play, but they needed 4. First and 10, Nemaha Central at their own 18. Seitz takes the snap, handoff. Carter Ridinghouse. Now he's going to try and bounce it to the outside. Stiff arms one tackler, still
nice
threading his way up the sideline, then knocked out of bounds. Nice job by Carter Ridinghouse as he runs the ball up the field to about the 45-yard line. Boy, he tiptoed right there along.
You took the words out of my mouth. He did a great job just kind of tiptoeing right along the side of that. Was able to stay in bounds and get another 15 yards or so on that carry.
27 yards on the carry total.
Just 30 seconds here left in the...
Yeah, he got 15 yards tiptoeing up along the line there. Seitz takes a snap, handoff to Reed McKee. McKee wrapped up by Evan Slapper. Gain of maybe a yard.
It's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
So neither team scoring here in the third quarter under the running clock. 67-6. 12 more minutes to go. Running clock, and this game will be over within probably either the next 13 minutes or 15 minutes, roughly, no more. And we should be wrapping it up. We'll take a quick break. You're watching SCTV.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Welcome back. We're starting off the fourth quarter here.
Second and 9 for the Thunder to begin the fourth quarter. Football on the Thunder 46-yard line.
Both teams Pleasant Ridge had the ball most of the third quarter, but it was a running clock. And the Thunder had a couple plays there in the third, and now we'll start it on into the fourth quarter. Second down and 8 from about the 47-yard line. They spot that ball down the wrong spot.
We had that same problem a few weeks ago on the switching of directions. The ball kind of got put in the wrong spot.
I think I wrote my number down wrong on my cheat sheet here, because they actually do have the sticks correct. He had to get to the 45-yard line of Pleasant Ridge for the first down, and did. So that would have been a gain of 4.
Thunder first down. First and 10 for the Thunder at the Ram 45-yard line.
Sights swings a pass out to McKee. McKee with open field. Split some defenders and brought down at about the 25.
Nice run by McKee with a stiff arm there. Almost knocked this guy down and was able to get a few more yards, but a great carry by him. Puts them in a good field position now.
First and 10 for the Thunder at the Ram 25-yard line.
First and 10 Thunder. Fourth quarter, 10:24 and counting. Sights takes a snap, handoff, McKee into the middle. Slips one tackle, but slowed up enough. The rest of the team, a few more defenders there to help.
Couple guys getting up a little bit slow there.
Number 56, Austin Green.
Gain of 4 on a play.
Right towards the end of the third quarter, Thunder put in Henry Tangman, and he's a freshman, listed at 5 foot tall, and on here it says 95 pounds, and that might be a little generous. But what kind of heart does a kid that size have to still stick it out and play football? And he's out there with the big boys, just doing what he can. So
getting to play in a varsity game, that's awesome.
It takes a lot of heart to be that size of kid and still want to do it and work hard at it.
Carter Rottinghouse takes the ball, sweeping it to the right side of the field. Bine chasing him down, making the stop. But not till after he gains about 4 more yards.
Third and 3, maybe?
Started down at the 17. He picked up 4.
Third and 2 3/4. Thunder having a nice drive here, similar to the last drive that Pleasant Ridge had. Just couldn't quite turn them into any points there at the end. Thunder's in about the same position.
This play coming in a little late. They're going to have to hustle to get it off, I think. Jordan Lewis brought the play in. 8:32 and counting. Rottinghouse in motion. Handoff. Cut back. McKee nearly beating, had one man to beat and stopped, but he gets it down to about the 6-yard line. Bine, I think, playing the safety position, makes the stop.
Nice carry. Just wasn't quite able to slip through that last tackler. But puts him on the 6-yard line, 5.5-yard line. I'd
like to mention at halftime, most likely we're going to be playing Rossville next Friday. It'd be my guess. There's a carry from McKee. He'll maybe pick up a yard. But Rossville is probably likely who we're going to be playing. My guess is who we'll play
I would
next
say that's
week.
probably
Big Rossville and Minneapolis. But regardless, just wanted to throw out there quick at the halftime of the that game, that regional playoff game. We will have one of the representatives from the school board up here in halftime interview. We'll talk about the bond issue that's coming up, get some information out there for y'all to digest and see
Mike,
if
did you just lock that down a second ago? This is new information for us.
All new to you, huh? I've been holding out. And there's a carry from number 5, Jaden Thomas, bouncing it to the outside, scores from 5 yards out, touchdown, Nemaha Central. As they put 6 more on the board.
My twin brother is very superstitious, and when he played in high school and in college, his number was 73. And I guarantee you, if he coached this team, he would do everything he could to keep the score right where it was at, because he wanted to end on 73 points.
73-6 at the extra point coming. High snap down, but the kick is up. Boy, it's a high kick. It is through, though, and between the uprights. Kick coming from number 80, Camden Smits. PAT good. The Thunder lead 74-6. 6:08 in. The clock will continue to run, even though the Thunder scored. It's a running clock second half. You're watching SCTV. We'll be right back.
On any given Friday night, you can find us here, illuminated only by the clear night sky and stadium lights. The ball field, a place for fierce rivals and close friends. A place for celebration. A place for family. We know what it means to come together, to be a part of something bigger, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, yeah, good. We're back. 5 minutes and 20 seconds and counting, and left in the game.
Kicking off for the Thunder, number 16, Jaden Thomas.
There is Henry Tangman there on the very end.
Kick will be taken at about the 16. Bine trying to get to the outside. Cut down, and guess who made the tackle? Tackle made by number 83, Henry Tangman.
Yeah, nice job.
Thunder do have a player down on the field.
Yeah, I can't say enough how much heart it takes to be out there, and you can be the best ball player in the world, but when you're just undersized like he is, it's just going to be really hard to but there he is, just not afraid of anything, running out in the field and making tackles.
That was Cooper Bine, their quarterback, on the return, and seasoned player, junior for Pleasant Ridge, but nice job, Henry Tangman, making a stop. There was Jaden Seitz injured on the play, up a little slow. Looks like he's good, though, walking it off.
He's up and moving, so that was good. And you
Good
saw
to see.
all the Pleasant Ridge players kind of taking a knee, and that's nice to see that kind of respect. Neither team wants to see anybody get out here on a stretcher, that's for sure.
So Pleasant Ridge will have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. (74-6) is the score in this game. 4 minutes left to play. Hand off to Dooley, trying to get to the outside. Nice job by number 4, Sam Norris, making the stop.
Nice tackle by Norris. Just Dooley tried to turn it upfield, and Norris was there to jump on his back and bring him down.
Pleasant Ridge player slow to get up over there on the far sideline. He's trying to walk it off. Looks like number 55. Sam McAvoy.
Had a little bit of a limp, but he stayed.
John McAvoy.
He stayed in the game.
At the Ram 33-yard line.
Loss of 2 on the play, back to the 33. Second and 12. Vine looking to throw. Pass is going to be caught by number 21. He came back to it. Complete to the Thunder 38-yard line.
Yeah, and these Pleasant Ridge players are getting pretty beat up here. They're kind of a thin team already, and then so the guys have got to be on the field for a lot of time, and looks like another one, maybe a low ankle sprain or something, coming off the field with a limp. But nice tackle by the defense there. I thought maybe he was going to turn that up and on some open field, but they was able to make that tackle.
29-yard pass play. 1st and 10, Pleasant Ridge. Vine is going to try and bounce it out to the outside here. Cuts back upfield at the hash marks and moves it to about the 33-yard line.
On a running clock with just under 2 minutes to go, Pleasant Ridge is going to have to hustle up here if they want to get another score on the board. I say that, but they could do that in one play as well.
They could. 2nd down and 4 for Pleasant Ridge. As their season is winding down here, coming to an end, Thunder will advance to play the winner of the Rossville-Minneapolis game. That game will take place tomorrow night. Vine takes a snap, looking to throw, hit, caught by Slapper, and tackled, brought down, and we got a flag thrown in by the referee.
That flag came really late after the play, so I don't know if there's a personal foul there on the Thunder, I would guess.
It is. That's what he indicated, personal foul, roughing the passer. Pass completed and brought out to about the 27-yard line. And tack on 15 more yards, or actually won't be half the distance to the goal, I believe, is what that'll end up being. So they put the ball down at the 14.
The official was out there and almost like he was dancing when he was showing the penalty. He had it down so good.
Pass thrown to the end zone. It's going to be short and intercepted by Nemaha Central in the end zone. Touchback.
And that's going to end the game.
And that will end the game. The Pleasant Ridge Rams taking a shot at the end zone, coming up short.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's opening round playoff contest. Final score:
Nemaha Central getting the win over Pleasant Ridge by a score of 74-6. 258 yards rushing by Nemaha Central in the game, 70 yards passing. Thunder threw one interception, and that was returned for a touchdown by Pleasant Ridge. That was their only score in the game. Pleasant Ridge had 17 yards rushing total and 73 yards passing for a total of 90 yards total offense. So they only had 8 yards at halftime. They were able to pick up 82 yards here in the second half against the Thunder third team players in the game. 5 yards of penalty against Pleasant Ridge and 14 against Nemaha Central. Only 2 flags thrown in this game.
All those penalties were second half penalties, and some of that comes with some of Nemaha Central's players a little bit younger and not as much experience on the field.
So Nemaha Central had, looking at this, they had 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 rushing touchdowns. They had 1 passing touchdown. They had an interception, pick 6 return for a touchdown, a fumble returned for a touchdown, and a punt return for a touchdown. So Nemaha Central putting points on the board in a lot of various ways. 6 touchdowns in the first quarter. This game was over hardly before it got started and overall. So Nemaha Central goes 9-0 on the season so far, and they advance into the regional play. They went the by-district win here over Pleasant Ridge. The Ridge Rams go to 2-7, ending their season. The Thunder will play either Rossville or Minneapolis next week on November 4th. That game will be played here at 7 o'clock in the evening. John, you got any words of wisdom for us here?
I don't think so. It was a good contest by both teams and a really clean football game. Both teams were, and Pleasant Ridge were really working hard the whole game. It just was all kind of all NC tonight. Next week, we do think it's going to be Rossville, and it's going to probably be a pretty good contest. Rossville would come into that game with a 5-4 record, but their losses are going to be to some of the big heavy hitters in the area. So it should be a pretty good contest.
I think it will. I assume it will, and regardless if it's Minneapolis, we've played Minneapolis already this season. If Minneapolis happens to win that game against Rossville, Thunder had a 56-0 win over Minneapolis here on the Thunder home field. So either way, I think we're well, at least we're looking good. We're getting a home game next week against Rossville. So also, I just want to quickly mention tomorrow 3A state volleyball is being played out in Hutchinson. Nemaha Central Lady Thunder, the number 1 seed, number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 3A. They will start playing their first match at 4:30 in the afternoon. They will play Smoky Valley, and then they will take an hour break, and then they will play their second match at 6:30 versus Beloit, the number 5 seed, and then they will round out their evening with a game at 8:30 in the evening against number 4 seed Cheney. Winner, the top 2 teams out of pool play will advance into bracket play. Nemaha Central has a very real shot of winning a state title in volleyball this year. They need to keep it together and keep playing well like they have been. They had a very solid sub-state, only giving up more than 13 points in a set only once during sub-state, and that was in the first set against Royal Valley in the championship match. The Lady Thunder beating Royal Valley 25-17, 25-13 straight sets against Royal Valley to win the sub-state championship to also go to the state tournament. But also in this tournament, we also have Goodland, Riverton, Eureka, and Heritage Christian. Heritage Christian, a very good volleyball team. They're the 7th seed, but they are the 2nd-ranked team in the state. So some good competition in state, as always. We look forward to cheering on the Thunder. We're going to plan on going out and recording those games for you. We're going to bring them back, and we'll replay them for you later during the week. So we'll be able to see our broadcast, our voiceover on it, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy that, and hopefully the Lady Thunder will be bringing home a state title in 3A volleyball. I'm Mike Stahlballer calling the game for you. John Howard with the color. Thanks for helping, John.
Been a pleasure.
See you next week. Caleb Rittenauer with the production work. Billy with the camera work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at that next ball game.